for Hogan's Alley, the game we want to play. With hosts Ryan and Terry, it's Crokinole UK. Drain those open 20s, stack those buttons high. It's the greatest game on earth. Tune in and find out why. Hogan's Alley will get you in the mood. Don't go buying Crokinole from Weirdos in the Nude. Hogan's Alley, it's time to play the game. It's the greatest game on earth. Crokinole's its name.
Good morning, good evening, good day, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is when you are tuning in, and wherever in the world that may be. Welcome back to another episode of Hogan's Alley. Ryan, you're here again, buddy. How you doing?
Woo. I'm good, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks. I'm okay. Kind of
Excellent.
Managed to shake off the post Wrexham blues and
the Welsh weariness.
The Welsh weariness, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to see. It's good to see.
So yeah. Feeling a bit more full of the joys today.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it.
And of course,
oh yeah, you go. No, you go. You do it. It's your pleasure. This is your house.
We've derailed that straight away, haven't we? It was us, pro as you can be. And of course, we do have another special guest from the Crokinole UK community with us tonight. None other than the man with more names on the circuit than many people. He does go by the name of Mark, although that often leads to a bit of a blank expression when you go, well, Mark, which one are you on about?
Yeah.
Much better known as Padders, the Bear, Padre Paddington, the Tan, behind Ban the Tan, Mr. Mark Paddington. How you doing, mate?
Hi, Terry. Hi, Ryan. I'm great, thank you.
It's not fair. That wasn't scripted.
I was going to say, it's not fair that he has more nicknames than I have wins. That's just not on, is it? It's just...
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. It's a testament to how much people enjoy spending time with you or can't remember your name. It's one of the two, isn't it? So,
yeah. Well, as Terry said, there are so many Marks. You need to stand out.
Marks and Ians. There just seems to be many of them.
Yeah, but you know, Padders, you've made your mark.
Yeah,
thank you.
Oh, there we go.
Cheesy dad puns are cool.
Yeah.
And so before we talk about Wrexham and the Wales Crokinole Clash, Mark, do you want to tell us a little bit about how you found Crokinole, how you got into Crokinole, a bit of your story?
Yeah. Well, those of you that know Mr. Noble, Jason, basically he introduced me to it. For those of you that don't know, I work in the same school as Jason. And it was just one lunchtime. He said, "Oh, Mark, do you fancy coming and having a go at this game called Crokinole?" And I was like, "Well, yes. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm fine to give it a go." And we ended up playing in his classroom, sitting at quite small tables. This is we're working in a primary school on little chairs. A couple of tables joined together. Jason sat opposite me. Took about 5-10 minutes to explain the game, and I was hooked from that point. And we played every lunchtime for a good few months. So and that's how he introduced me to the game. And then I'd end up going around his house, often Friday evenings or a Saturday evening, and we'd be playing. And he kind of got me hooked on it.
So he's to blame for the hole in your bank balance now.
Oh, absolutely. And the fact that I'm now his kind of personal chauffeur to every single Crokinole UK event.
Nice. He was playing the long game.
He was. It was all part of his plan.
He also is the person behind a lot of the songs you hear on Hogan's Alley.
He is.
And so he
absolutely.
You're the sounding board for those as well, aren't you?
I am. I can probably tell you that I've had at least 5 or 6 near misses when I've been driving in terms of having an accident, because we've been laughing so much. It's almost impossible to drive. And when I say laughing so much, I mean both of us literally with tears streaming down our face, bent over double, whilst trying to drive. It just isn't easy at all. I wouldn't change it for anything though, because it makes the journeys go so quickly.
Yeah, I bet.
But Jason, he's an absolute genius. Yeah.
Yeah, I can always tell when you guys are on the road because suddenly these messages start popping up from him with little audio files, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're traveling then. They're traveling.
Yeah, that's right. So every journey is a productive time.
Yes. So he'll be working on Crokinole the musical with you then.
Oh, he's working on many things all the time. He did do another song, which I won't give away at the moment, but he has worked on another song, which he's finished. So hopefully we get to hear that one soon.
We might even get to hear it later at the end of this episode.
Amazing. It is really good.
Just after you calling Jason a genius there, I've now just got evil genius going around my head. And I've got this vision of Jason sitting at home listening to the podcast in a big leather back kind of swivel chair. Full Blofeld style with his big white fluffy cat.
Yeah. I mean, there are plenty of other names that I call Jason Terry. Don't worry. A lot of them I can't repeat on here.
That's awesome. It's great because you both of you have become proper fixtures in the Crokinole UK community as well. So it's like interesting to hear how basically just a chance him asking you, going, "Oh, do you want to come play this game?" It's kind of led to all that, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean I'm very proud to be the first member of the Jason Noble School of Crokinole.
How was it going? No, we won't ask how it's fine. That's a question for a future time, I think.
Yeah, but as you know, there are several other rival schools. You've got the Mike Ray School of Crokinole. Yeah, and I believe Arpad has his own institute of Crokinole over in Hungary.
Yeah, the Crokinole Institute of Higher Excellence, isn't it?
That's right.
How do you quantify someone starting one of these schools or institutes? What's the parameters?
I think PhD first, and then you need to submit your kind of funding request to the appropriate government department.
Yeah.
Should we get an honorary one for doing the podcast?
I think so.
Yeah, from some university no one's ever heard of.
Yeah, you have to be considered some sort of expert in the field, right?
Oh, crumbs.
So I think you and Terry qualify. I think you and Terry qualify for that. I think so.
We could just get a little kind of doctorate certificates printed up from the University of American Samoa or wherever wherever Saul Goodman got his law degree.
I'll just put it as somewhere Welsh, and no one will ever question it because they'll be like, "Oh, I can't even pronounce it, so it'll be fine."
Yeah.
Awesome. Right. Brilliant. Your background.
Let's cast our eyes back just a day or two.
Yeah.
To about 2 or 3 days to the Wrexham Crokinole Clash, where Ryan, you not only ran a great ship, but you played as well this year. So how was that for you, mate?
Yeah, do you know what? Comparative to last year, I remember when I arrived last year, I was really nervous, just because obviously it was the first time running the event there, and the scale, it was the biggest in terms of scale that I'd done by that point. And this time I rocked up. There's been a load of stuff going on outside of Crokinole, and I was just like, it'll be fine. We'll get there, it'll be fine. And I rocked up and I was like, yeah, it's fine. And it seemed to set up in a matter of moments. Now, that's probably a reflection of everybody who helped as opposed to anything I did. But it felt like I sort of turned around and 10 minutes later, all the boards were out, everything was kind of done. And I was like, oh, this is great. Everyone behaved, which is always a bonus. And it was. I think we'll talk a little bit about who was there and the kind of standard of play and everything. But because there were so many experienced players, although there were a few first-time tour event players as well, it just ran so easily. Like everybody knew what they were doing, and it just seemed to run really well. I put in extra breaks throughout the day as well, and I think that weirdly helped organise people more, which kind of feels counterintuitive because you're kind of letting everyone go off and wander for 15 minutes and then come back. But I think it just kept everybody engaged at a level where, right, I can sit down and play 5 or 6 matches and then I've got a break, and it just felt that was a good decision, I think. So yeah, in terms of organising it fine, playing, I felt like I was playing really, really well until about halfway through the B pool in the afternoon, where all of my energy was just gone. I was just done, and I was half I wouldn't have done it, but about when we took the break in the afternoon, I was like, I don't really want to go back and play now because I'm so tired. But I did. And I'm glad I did because it was great fun. I got to play against people who hadn't played against at that point. But yeah, doing both together worked out absolutely fine. And I don't think it impacted me running the event in any way. Hopefully, nobody there felt like I was too distracted or not available to help. So,
No, it all seemed to go really smoothly from my perspective. I would echo what your feelings were there, in that the breaks helped.
Yeah,
because otherwise you're potentially sitting down for quite a long time just playing non-stop Crokinole. But it was kind of an hour, a bit of a break, an hour, another break.
Yeah, and we played slightly longer matches in that we gave 10 minutes per match as well. So it just felt everything was quite relaxed.
Yeah, it was very relaxed. 10 minutes is just so comfortable. It's unreal.
Yeah.
And we were looking at the clock, remembered to start in time, and it was like, there's still 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left.
I was getting up and stretching my legs between matches and stuff like that, and I found that really useful. So, it was really good. How about yourself, Mark? How did you find it?
Yeah, I think from the organisation point of view, it was like really smooth. Just everything ran as well as you'd expect it to. The breaks for me were good. Like I said, it was good to be able to go and have a drink or whatever, go to the loo. And I thought there was loads of time, because with that 2 minute break you've had in between each 10-minute match, a lot of people were starting their games in that time. So you were finishing, some people finished with like 5 minutes to spare before they had to play the next game. So it definitely made it easier, I think. Anyway, it kind of, it felt more relaxed. It didn't feel so you were having to kind of rush through. So yeah, I thought it was really good the way it was organised.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. That was just a decision I made. So I was like, we've got the time to play with, so let's keep it nice and casual. And I think it lent to it just felt like quite a laid back but competitive day. That's kind of how I felt about it. Just looking around, the noise level was nice. It was like a good chatter and everything till the very end, where it all got very serious and everyone was concentrating. But yeah, no, I was really pleased with how it ran, and was reflecting on it on the drive home, and I thought that's probably the smoothest run event I've done. So I was very pleased on that front. Yeah. But let's talk a bit about the standard of play. Now, the three of us were actually in the group together in the morning. So that was yeah. So I realised that as we were starting to record, I was like, oh yeah, that was good fun. So the format, we had 3 groups of 12, and the top 4 from each group went through into the A pool in the afternoon. The second 4 went into a B pool, and the bottom 4 went into a C pool. Now the standard of play and level of player there was just crazy. Like, it was possibly, a few people were kind of saying, the highest level of player at a single event that we've had so far. It certainly pushing it if it wasn't quite. But the standard, just coming off the numbers alone, you could just see that the level of play was very, very high, which made it very difficult to push into different pools, and especially our group.
It's quite difficult, mate.
Yeah, well, group 1, which was our group, I think was the highest in terms of scoring and stuff in the morning, and I think it was a challenging one. How did you find your play?
I'll let you go first, Mark, because once I start ranting about how bad I was, it might take a few minutes just to get in the system.
I think I was pretty similar to you, Terry, to be honest. I think Ryan is doing this deliberately, choosing to play me first, because he did the same thing in Scotland. First matchup.
The thing is,
and he beat
randomly.
me. Oh yeah, well here we go. Scotland first up. He comes and sits down opposite me, and he beats me 6-2 in one of the worst games of Crokinole there's ever been in the UK. I'm pretty sure.
It was horrendous. Mark has commemorated this event with a custom mug for myself, which it's such an in-joke that it's basically only funny to me and Mark, but it's brilliant.
It was terrible.
War of attrition.
Yeah, absolutely. And so then I sit down in my group in Wrexham, and there's no one sat opposite me. And lo and behold, Ryan strolls over, sits down, and it's like, oh great, here we go. And it can't be as bad as in Scotland, but for me it was worse. My only 8-0 defeat of the day came in my very first match.
Set the tone.
So Ryan had a good start. I had a terrible start, and I think that clearly did something to my confidence. It definitely knocked me quite a lot, and I never really recovered from that. Yeah, and it was my birthday as well, Ryan. What are you doing? Happy birthday! Here you go, 8-0.
Oh, well, I can only apologise.
But yeah, unfortunately for me, it didn't really get much better from that point. The whole morning for me was a bit of a disaster. I mean, I think I didn't play terribly, but I think it's like my open 20s were not great. And with the standard of play that there was, if you weren't on your open 20s, you literally had no chance. You'd have to be shooting a lot of open 20s to get, into the A pool in every group, not just in our group, in every group. So that was one thing that let me down. But I was just impressed by the overall standard. Just is now so good. Everyone is just so strong. Every game is difficult.
Yeah, so, I think if you make a mistake, or like you say, if you're just a bit off, most players can capitalise on that now.
Yeah.
Some are given. Some, like, you got your top 10 players and so on. Okay, of course they can, but like anybody can capitalise on a mistake now.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like rising waters bringing up every ship, right? Like everybody's raising everybody's game, and so you can't be off. Like you say, miss 120, and that's the end done potentially. So
I think you're seeing. I think you're seeing the benefit of the tour last season, and lots of people who played on that last season, and then you're seeing now this season how they've improved in that time. And we're not just talking about the kind of middle tier players. Everyone from the bottom level, people who were maybe struggling last season are now playing at good level, and then the very top players, if anything, they are improving again. So it's it's really
annoying, isn't it?
Yeah. It's Tom Curry comes back and he's still, still amazing. They're there for the rest of us to try and catch up.
Yeah, this is it. And I think with the overall standard rising, I still maintain that the best way to get better at playing Crokinole is to play in tournaments, because that standard is high now. If you play against the same person or a couple of people over and over again, you will get better, of course. But the variety of players that you play against at a tournament, and that different level of, okay, we'll have to adjust my game slightly here because this person plays a little bit more defensively, or I know that if I leave anything, they're going to shoot a 20, like it's just done. So it just changes the way you play a bit. And I think tournaments are the best way to get into that. And that's something I try and tell a lot of people who are like, I don't know about coming because I'm not very good or whatever. I was like, right. But the moment you start coming to tournaments, you will get better. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. The tour is kind of pushing up everybody's standard, which is
you
great. That's kind of what we wanted.
Yeah, you definitely learn a lot more playing in a tournament than you would do just like you said, playing with the same 2 or 3 people every week or every other week, wherever. You're playing in a tournament because you're playing so many different people who all have a different approach to the game. I found it. I learned loads last season. It helped, definitely. So even playing against you and Terry.
Where's our doctorate?
I think a tournament's kind of like those the kind of intensive driving lessons that you can get. So you can do all your driving lessons in 3 days or something, and then sit your test on day 4. And if you fail on day 4, then they put you through it all again on the Friday. It's kind of like that, because there's a lot of stuff coming at you. And if you go into that with the kind of mindset of this is going to be it's going to be fun, but it's going to be a real learning experience for me as well, then you can take a lot away from it. I certainly took something away from Wrexham, and that's I'm rubbish.
Well, it's variable, right? Because last year Wrexham was one of your best performances, wasn't it, Terry?
Yeah.
So last season, but obviously this season,
last season. I think somewhere below 25th this season.
Okay. I guess it would be, right?
Yeah.
So you walk out. Yeah, true. But
Well,
that's just
you know.
but you can have a day, can't you, where you're just not in the zone, and you can have another day where you're in the zone and you're just hitting everything.
Yeah.
So that's the way it goes. Did you enjoy your play though?
Yeah, it's fun. It's never a bad day when you're sitting down with a nice bunch of people and you're playing Crokinole.
Yeah.
There's certainly worse ways to spend a
Yeah.
Saturday.
Of course.
But I've really struggled in the morning. I think I picked up one win, a handful of draws, and just everything else was just 6-2 defeats. I wasn't tabled by anyone. Tom was even gracious enough to say that I gave him a tough game afterwards, although it was 6-2 to Tom. I don't know. It's just one of those days, when it's not happening, it's not happening.
Yeah, I think I beat you, and I think it's the first time I have.
Most people did on Saturday.
Yeah,
certainly in the morning.
It was a tough group though, because you're kind of looking at the sort of standard players. Obviously, you got like Tom and George. You got the tour champion and the UK champion in the same group, which is that's just the way that the draw happened. You got Mark Thurling, who on his day can be a right thorn. Sam Breeze, who's just always getting better as well. And then you got the wild card seed from that group, which was Dan Rowe, and it's like, wow, okay, it's just like, nice one. And then we had both Helens, which is always a pleasure.
A group of Helens.
Mm-hmm.
A group of Helens. What is a collective term for Helens?
A lovely of Helens.
A joy, or something.
Yes.
Yeah. You've got Helen Temby, and then she didn't like me called her this. You got Sweary Helen. You got Helen Morrison, who I absolutely love, but in Scotland she was actually better behaved than Wrexham, but in Scotland, God, like a docker. It was just it was impressive. Yeah, it was good. No, it was really good, and the standard throughout the day was exceptional, and all played in fantastic spirits as well, which again is a reflection of the Crokinole community, just how even in this competitive environment people play with the idea of everything being it's there for fun. It's competitive but not aggressive.
Yeah.
Which was good.
Yeah, it's serious but not too serious.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it is easy to lose sight of that sometimes, isn't it? When you're playing, some of us, we do take it quite seriously, and then you kind of forget that you are there to have fun, and that is the main reason you're there. And it's very easy to forget that when you especially when things aren't going well.
Yeah, I was going to say if you're playing not to your standard or not up to the level that you know you can, it's easy to get frustrated at yourself, right? You're not getting frustrated at anyone else; it's yourself you get annoyed at.
Yeah. Which I was very much doing on Saturday morning. That was me. I was a very grumpy bear.
The tan was going a bit pink.
It was, yeah. It was, yeah. I wasn't. I don't think I was swearing though. I think I was keeping my language in order.
That's being a teacher. That's what that does to you.
Yeah, probably. Yes.
Behavior.
Yeah.
I wasn't. There was a few choice things being muttered to myself under my breath.
Challenging morning, but really good level across the board. And then A pool, just a who's who of like fantastic players, really. So it was kind of just mad. And then the emergent winners. So the champion from Wrexham, of course, returning, as you mentioned earlier, Mark, Tom Curry.
Yeah,
absolutely smashing it. Now a dad, but maybe all those sleepless nights are spent practicing Crokinole. Who knows?
Possibly.
Yeah, I think maybe they are. And he played and defeated Brian in the final. Really great to see Brian back at tour events as well. Fantastic to have Brian Cook back.
He was good, an absolute legend. To have a legend back is always good.
Yeah, and his play looked really, really sharp as well throughout the day. Exceptional scoring throughout, so that was good. And then B pool, again, to be honest, just a fantastic list of really good players. The standard in the B pool was really high again. And the emergent winner, Fuzzy. So great to see Fuzzy picking up a B pool win there against he played Chris Griffin in the final. Yeah, from the Carnarvon Crokinole Club. That's how I refer to him, just because I like to advertise the Carnarvon Crokinole Club as much as possible. He really appreciates it when I do it as well. So yeah, that was a really tight final actually. That final went on. Two very thoughtful players, let's call them that, who kind of give a lot of thought to their shots, but a really good final on that side. And then the C pool final,
the main event,
event that was garnering a lot of attention between Mark the Bear Paddington and Terry Brown. There we go.
Yeah,
it was our third meet of the day, Mark.
Oh, that's true.
It was.
The other two ended in 4-4 draws. We were fully expecting to still be playing Monday morning.
Yeah.
So
we had that feeling that we might do.
Yeah, how was your final? Go on, tell us a little bit about how it was playing.
I'll give you the plot history. The first two games went with the hammer, and then after that it went with Mark.
Yeah. It finished 10-2. I think to be fair to Terry, I think he was probably feeling quite tired by that point, and I was maybe just a little bit less tired.
Yeah.
So I played okay in that game. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I mean, I played fairly well, but I think Terry wasn't quite on his game at that point. He was struggling a bit by that point.
Yeah, I'd kind of started the afternoon on pretty good form, and strung a few victories together, which made a change. But so it was lovely to get to a final, albeit the C pool. And I think every game in the afternoon as well down the C pool was just played with even more Crokinole spirit than you would see maybe elsewhere in the field.
Yeah, and we came away with the medal, Terry, didn't we?
Yeah, beautiful slate medal.
Exactly.
I'm going to repurpose into a coaster for beside my bed because I'm needing a new coaster.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think even when you look at the C pool though, there's there were good. I mean, there's good players in that list. It's not like I think just the standard across the board was just so high. But yeah, like you say, it's always good to get into a final, and yeah. I was trying to keep an eye on all three matches because they were happening simultaneously, just to make sure everyone was okay and if anybody wanted any queries or anything like that. But I didn't have to do a single adjudication throughout the whole day, which again, testament to how people were playing. I had a bit of a funny one with Mark Thurling where I had the hammer, or he had the hammer, and then we took all the shots, and he still had one button left. So something went wrong somewhere. And we couldn't, for the life of us, figure out what had gone wrong. So I was like, what do you want to do here? And I was like, the options are that we just call it as it is, or we just play the end again, just kind of whatever makes the most sense. And then Mark's like, well, we'll just play it again then. And I felt a bit bad because he had won it, but then I won the end when we replayed. So I did feel a bit bad, but it was just, we both agreed to what was the best choice, which I assume is what happened elsewhere throughout the day. So there's no adjudications, but yeah, trying to keep an eye on all three finals. And your final did look like it was there was some good play and stuff going on. So it was great, and it was nice to see people watching all three finals as well. Like there were people kind of gathered around watching all of them, which made it quite exciting. So yeah,
just to entirely sum up what my day was like, before we kind of lay Wrexham to bed for a little while, or lay the playing element to bed for a little while. At one point during the day, and I've got a sneaking suspicion it might have been against you, Mark, but I might be wrong. I had the hammer, last shot. There was not a ridiculous shot through Hogan's. The disc was kind of just between the pegs. I was leading, and I thought, well, we'll just knock that out. And my opponent said to me, "You could just ditch because you're up." And I was like, "No, I'm not."
It was me. Yeah, it was against. Yeah, it was against me. Yeah, yeah.
Because I just don't think it's very sportive to put your own disc into the gutter. So I made the shot. Of course, caught a peg, hit my own disc that was in the house, and that was a 15-point reversal. And so you won that to take the draw or whatever.
I know, I felt really guilty winning that, especially as I told you to do that. I told you to ditch it. So
that was like day in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I think everyone will know that pain at some point.
I might have to reassess my sporting opinion.
Your morality.
Yeah.
That's fair. No, so all in all, I think a really successful event. The results will be posted onto the Crokinole UK website. They may already be up by the time you're listening to this. And yeah, we'll be hosting an event at Wrexham again. I think that venue is great and everybody seems to have a great time. So if you're going to be interested, it'll be in October next year. And let's take a quick break and we'll be back shortly.
It's Colgan to Alley, baby.
Do you love crokinole? Have you invested more money than your significant other knows about, buying large, round wooden circles of joy? Well, like any nefarious escapade, you need protection. The Protection Racket Gong Bag is the final answer. We're so serious about protection, none of our extensive company staff have ever been past second base. The fact we're all hideously grotesque has nothing to do with it. Have you seen them? Other professional players strutting around with our patented Protection Racket Gong Bag strapped to their backs? Don't they look the business? You want it to be like them, don't you? It's the height of crokinole cool. Unless, of course, you get stuck in the sliding doors of a London tube train, floundering around like a soon-to-be castrated turtle. Reptiles aside, protection is paramount. Who's buying protection for a gong, anyway? You literally hit it with a stick. Protection Racket Bags. The final answer in ultimate protection. It's the Durex of dexterity games. Get them before they're gong.
Take me down to Hogan City. To Hogan City. To Hogan City.
And thank you for putting up with whatever nonsense that was that came from the brain of Jason Noble. Yeah, there we go. We're sorry.
He's getting
But
too many
not that
mentions.
sorry. He is. It's basically the Jason show.
Yeah, he's not even here.
I know.
No, but if I didn't mention him, he'd never let me hear the end of it if I didn't mention his name.
Fair enough.
So next up on the tour calendar is going to be the UK doubles and St Albans Open. I think that's right. We're calling it
Something
UK
like that.
doubles
It's a mouthful.
and St Albans Open.
Yeah, last chance
Yes,
for
we
someone
are.
to be the St Albans Open singles champion. Because it's going to be the UK Championship there next year.
Oh, right enough.
Yeah,
Hadn't
so
thought
you
of it that way.
could lay claim to the final title.
I better get practicing. So I think, first of all, before we mention anything about the event itself, huge shout out once again to our friends over at mastersofgames.com. James Masters and his team there are going to be sponsoring the event in the form of some prize support, I would imagine, or other. And also, they have put a very kind discount offer to the Crokinole UK community. So if you're wanting to order something, there is a discount somewhere. Was it X amount off a board if you're looking to pick up a board in time for
Yeah, and
Christmas?
then you can collect it at the event, right?
Yeah. So cheap Crokinole. Who doesn't need
absolutely. Yeah, and do check out their website for Crokinole, obviously. But there's loads of really cool, obscure, traditional games on there. It's fun just to kind of browse through what's on there. You go, what on earth is that? And then you
that? I know.
look at it and go,
I
okay.
spent 250 quid on a nice handcrafted Go board one time.
It's like one big wooden board is enough, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Keep seeing carom boards come up on like Facebook Marketplace and stuff, and I'm like, ooh, and I'm like, no. One clicking game is enough. But yeah, no, big shout out to them and thank you, of course, for supporting the event. And this event run by Crokinole UK's Michael Ray. We're going to full name him.
Full name Michael Ray.
Yeah, the supercomputer himself.
I would imagine Mike's going to have his usual cast of thousands.
Yes.
Descending on the Greenwood Park Community Centre just to help out with all the admin and everything else on the day. Huge shout out to everyone that does that just to help out Mike put on a great event.
Yeah, exactly. And it's on the 13th of December. If you haven't got your tickets yet, do grab some. There's doubles in the morning.
about 7 a.m. till you're not midnight.
Yeah. So, it's something like that. Well, let's say that.
Yeah.
It's not quite that long, so we'll manage your expectations, and then it'll be less, and you'll be fine. Don't turn up at 7 a.m. There'll be no one there. Actually, don't. We should probably caveat that. Yeah, it'll be doubles in the morning and then singles in the afternoon. It's a fun event, but it's a long day, but it is a fun event, and the standard, of course, always exceptionally high at St Albans. And it's fun to have an event with doubles, right? We don't get to play it that often on the tour. We've now got 2 events on the tour that run doubles, which is great. But yeah, this is for the UK Championship. Last year we had Arp and Nicky picked it up, didn't they?
That's right.
Yeah, and so I don't think they're coming this year, so it will be returning to, let's say, British hands.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, after some of the chat at Wrexham, I tell you what, mate, Team Hogan's, we might have to settle for 3rd place.
Okay. The thing is, though, it's like, do you watch the darts at all?
I don't.
Okay, so the World Cup of Darts this year, England submitted Luke Littler and Luke Humphreys, the world number 1 and the world champion, and they could not play together. So you never know. The dynamics might not be right against the teams where they've got 2 fantastic players. They just might not be able to play well together. I'm thinking I'm hoping that Tom and George, they just don't get on, because they're both so irritable as characters, and you just never know, do you? You never know.
Yeah,
that's true.
Some stacked teams coming. Tom and George. Steve's teaming up. Steve Burrows is going to be teaming up with Joe Tegeltia.
Yep. You've got...
That's pretty awesome. And
Mark Thurling and Brian Cook are back.
Steve will have all his digits back in operation by
True.
then.
Yeah. Mark Thurling and Brian Cook are teaming up again.
Oh, nasty.
Yep. So they won it a couple of years ago, didn't they?
Yeah, the Row Boys will...
The Robots.
Yeah, the Robots they will definitely be a team to watch.
Yeah. I'm going to give them West Country dead legs before they do anything, and then they won't be able to concentrate. And I'm sure there's probably a couple of other teams kicking around as well that we have not mentioned, but I'm sure there'll be high standards as always. Yeah. It's interesting doubles because it does present a completely different challenge, doesn't it, in terms of how you play?
Yeah. I mean, I really, that was the first time, last year was the first time that I'd been to St Albans. It was one of my favourite events of last season. I really liked it. It was good to play doubles because I've never really played it before. That was really one of the first times I played doubles when I played there with Jason. So, it was really good. I loved it.
And are you and Jason teaming up again this year?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I believe that Hulk's back passage will be making a return.
It amazes me how many people just don't get that joke.
No. Well, we're under kind of pressure this year because obviously the Hogan that we're named after is not the Hogan that Hogan's Alley is named after. But True. Hulk Hogan obviously passed away.
He did.
Earlier this year. So we feel like we have to honour his passing with at least a half decent performance because last year we were absolutely terrible. So,
do you think we should get to the point where, like on University Challenge, where they sometimes bring a little mascot? So you guys could have like one of those stretch Hulk Hogans, couldn't you? And just
carry him
as your
plonk him on the table next to the board. That's it. Yeah.
Have him like looking over, or I bet you could find a lookalike near London who could come and just stand over you as you
just
play.
Stand next to the board.
Yeah. Whole new levels of intimidation. I love it.
I'm really looking forward to Bed 7. But I think anyone that hasn't been, especially if you're new and if you're playing doubles, if you're new to the game, it's a bit less intimidating playing doubles than playing singles. I think it's a bit more relaxed. It's more, not quite as serious, I think. So for somebody new to the game, I think it'd be a good idea to go and play doubles.
Yeah, I've got my mates Tim and Darren, and that's the only time they play Crokinole is they just come play in the doubles at St Albans, and the only other time they play it is the night before when they arrive to stay at Tim's and they come around and they practice. That's literally the only time they play Crokinole, but they love it, and they just come down, play the doubles together. They have a great time. They go off to the pub at lunchtime and then they go home. and they just have
Yeah.
they really enjoy it. And each year they're like, oh, we might get a board between us, and then they never have. So
No.
they just enjoy it for that. So yeah, it's a great way to kind of get into it and come down and have a good time. And then the singles will just be an insane standard again, no doubt, with just exceptional players. And
Yeah, I mean, if Wrexham was anything to go by, then yeah, the singles in St Albans will be absolutely phenomenal, I would have thought.
yeah, it'll be good. So yeah, if you haven't picked up a ticket, come along. And if you're in the area and you just fancy coming to pop along and see what it's about, come and do so. And yeah, if you want anything from Masters of Games, you can order it beforehand and collect it there. So that's really good.
And as always, full details about the tournament, about how you can get tickets, where it is, when it is, all that good stuff is on the crokinole.uk.com website.
Absolutely. So, final things to talk about. A little treat that we got to observe at the end of Wrexham.
Oh, yes.
Mark, you have a lovely, brand new custom Tracey board.
I do. Yeah, that was... Okay, so it was my 50th birthday just before Wrexham on the Thursday before. And a few. This was probably about 2 or 3 months before my birthday. My parents had asked me, is there something they could get me in particular for my birthday? And I said, well, I'd love to have a Tracey board because I don't have my own one. I'd been borrowing one from Jason, and I then thought, well, if they're going to get me a Tracey board, why not kind of make it a bit special to me, a bit more personal to me, especially because it's for my 50th birthday, and see if I can get it customized. And I was pretty clear what I wanted. I knew I didn't want to have a big design over the whole of the board, but I wanted it to be something that was that meant something to me. And so it took me a little while to work out. I thought, well, given my nickname's the Bear with my surname, it might be good to have some things maybe connected to that so that people would know if they ever sat down at that board, they would know it was mine. I don't need to stick a name label on the side of it or underneath. Okay, I would instantly know out of all the Tracey boards out in a tournament, that one would be mine. And then the problem was, once I've decided that that's what I would like, it's like, well, how do I go about doing that? Because I've got no idea how to sort out the actual artwork for it and then submit that. So I knew that Ryan was particularly talented in that kind of area, and so I asked Ryan if he could help, and Ryan very kindly agreed, which I was delighted with, because I said I had no idea how to go about it, and I really let Ryan. I told Ryan the things I would like on the board, and Ryan went away, did the designs for me, came back, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. So yeah, I loved the designs he came back with, and then Ryan kind of corresponded with Jeremy Tracey to sort the artwork out, and once it was all kind of settled and I was happy with it, Jeremy Tracey had said to me that he could get the board done, but he couldn't promise that he could get it to me before my birthday. And I was like, well, I don't mind as long as I get the board. If you can't get it to me before my birthday, that's fine. But as it turned out, it came the day before. So I was able to open the board. My wife wrapped it up for me, and I was able to unwrap it and take it out the box on my birthday. And then and it ended up, Ryan said, Ryan asked me, he said that he would like to see the board if possible. And I said, yeah, that's fine. I can bring it to Wrexham even if you're not using it in the tournament. I'm happy to bring it up. And that's what happened.
Yeah, it's because the fun part with doing any design work is seeing it in context. So because ultimately to me it's always going to look like something on the screen, although obviously I know what's going to happen with it and there was pictures and so on. But seeing it in person just gives you a real sense of kind of what it is, and I'm so pleased that you're happy with it, and just further testament to the exceptional work that the Traceys do in producing just phenomenal boards and their custom board work. We mentioned it in the episode where we spoke to Jeremy If you haven't listened to that, go back and do so. But yeah, the standard of what they can do now with the customization is just so high. It just looks super smart, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think for some people, they wouldn't like to have their board, a board with things on it.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Everyone has their own opinions and likes and dislikes. This board for me is kind of personal to me, and
Yeah.
I hope that most people would still be able to play on it and not find it too distracting. It
would be absolutely fine to play on.
Yeah.
Essentially, you've just got kind of quotes about different bears from literature.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
In each of the four 5-point quadrants.
Quadrants. Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's something really quite, just lovely about that.
It kind of feels like two oldie world things colliding together, right? Classic literature and Crokinole. It just feels like you can imagine that being sat in like a personal library somewhere with high back leather chairs and many leather bound books.
Yeah.
Not to sound like an
albino in the corner stroking a big one.
Yeah. Mark's you're gonna post a picture of it, aren't you, on the group? I think
I will do. Yeah, I will post some point this week or soon. I will post a picture of it so that people can see it. And I'm sure that if anyone wants me to bring it to a tournament to be used in a tournament, I'm quite happy to bring in people can play on it. So
great.
The most important question, Mark, is we saw it at the end of the day on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But how's she playing?
Oh, the board is fantastic. It's really smooth. It's quite fast. It's just great. It's just great. I'm really happy with it. The tan discs I've saved. I'm saving all the tan discs that I've got, and I'm going to reserve those only for when I play against Jason. Because when me and him are playing, he has no choice. If he's playing on my board, I can use the tan disc if I want to.
Well, you got as a little side point, you got a gift, didn't you, of some custom buttons as well? So
I did. So
George.
That's right. So I had I when you did the original order, I ordered some that you did for me, the Paddington Bear ones.
Yeah.
And then George for my birthday, which was really kind of him. And I saw him for my Wednesday evening before, and he got me some discs that he asked you to design. A little kind of paw print with the bear written on.
Yeah.
So I have got 2 sets of custom discs now, which is great, and they do look good on my board. They do.
Yeah.
they do look good on my board. So.
The purple and white just looks so good, I think. And it. Yeah, so when George asked me about it, I was like, okay, we'll put something together. What I didn't realise, and this is very much a side point and not related to Crokinole at all, is that bears can have 4 or 5 fingers. So I was trying to work out what kind of paw print to do. Yeah, I didn't know either. So I went with the 5 one in the end for the symmetry, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely a 4-fingered bear. I have 1 thumb and 4 fingers, so I'm definitely the 4-fingered variety.
That is true. You got quite big hands, so no, I'm sure. Yeah, that's awesome. So look out for the picture of Mark's board on the Facebook group, and go and follow the Facebook group if you don't do so. Crokinole UK on Facebook. Awesome. I've got nothing left. Have you got anything left to talk about, Terry?
I've got nothing left.
Nothing left. Mark, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. You're welcome anytime onto the pod.
Actually, I do have one.
I knew there was going to be something.
Sorry.
Go on, sorry.
Go. Just glanced at my notes. I just wanted to give a shout out to a few people. First of all, Helen Temby for organising the players' meal. After the event in Wrexham, we went back to the same restaurant that we were in last year, and the food was great, as was the company, and it was just a lovely time. And also, it would be remiss of me not to give a shout out to both Matt Prowse and Andrew McMillan for getting into the B pool, and one of them will be the highest placed Scot at Wrexham. Well done, boys.
I realised actually, as you were saying that, we've made a great omission. Despite our running order, we did not talk about our new juniors champion at Wrexham.
Oh no, we didn't.
So
yeah, we don't have
apologies.
anything to talk about.
Yeah, apologies. It's a good job you caught me then, actually, because we would have been. So we have a new juniors champion, which was really exciting, and taking the mantle from his father as a champion. We had Callum Cook picking up the new. So he was the new juniors champion. He was the runner-up last year, and he picked it up this year. So excellent work from Callum. And
that wasn't the only award.
No.
That wasn't the only award he won, Ryan.
No, he was also the player's choice.
Went home with more trophies than his dad.
Yeah, he was voted the player's choice. Now, I realised an error here, which is a cute kid playing Crokinole is always going to win that award. So, no, congratulations, Callum. He was really excited, and it was great to see his play improved from last year as well.
Yeah.
And if you are interested in coming on to the juniors, we'd love to see more support for that. They're welcome. Junior players are welcome at all events, but with Wrexham we do a specific award for the juniors players. So yeah, come along and take part if you can.
So is there anything else that we forgot about?
Yeah, do you know what? I was like, we'll do a running order this time and we'll be super organised, and it just hasn't worked. There we go.
That worked up until the last minute.
Yeah, up to the end. That's fine. It makes sure everyone has to listen all the way.
Yeah, keep you on your toes.
Yeah, awesome. No, thank you for joining us, Mark. Really, like I said, a pleasure. You're welcome on the podcast anytime. And
thank you.
See you at St Albans.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
We'll see you down in St Albans, buddy.
Yeah, bye, Terry. Bye, Ryan.
Take care. See you soon, Terry.
Yep, and I think we've got something to play us out. And again, probably blame Jason. Until St Albans, stay classy, Crokinole UK.
They're the brothers row and the ready to go. The super solid sibling team of Crokinole. Yes, it's Harry and Dan, they are the gang with a plan. They're the tricky touch on twosome and they're ready to bang. You the robot, do the robot row. Bionic boards are fully charged and ready to go. You the robot, do the robot row. Bionic boards are fully charged and ready to go. Oh! There's no burrow to deep or alley to hide. When the robot's on the rampage, there is nowhere to hide. They're the dynamic duo, they're the cream of the crop. Finger flicking cyborgs on their way to the top. You the robot, do the robot row. Bionic boards are fully charged and ready to go. You the robot, do the robot row. Bionic boards are fully charged and ready to go. Row, row, row your bot gently to the hole. Row, row, row your bot to play Crokinole. Row, row, row your bot gently to the hole. Row, row, row your bot to play Crokinole. Do the robot, do the robot row. Bionic bots are fully charged and ready to go. Do the robot, do the robot row. Bionic bots are fully charged and ready to go. Do the robot, do the robot row. Bionic bots are fully charged and ready to go. Do the robot, do the robot row. Bionic bots are fully charged and ready to go. It's the robot, and they won't stop. It's the robot, so take your best shot. It's the robot, and they won't stop. It's the robot. It's the robot, and they won't stop. It's the robot, so take your best shot. Hogan's Alley.
What a crap ending.
No, it's good.
That's all right.
That's good.